Hey guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video, we're going to be trying to drop down to rank 250. We've got about 6.5 hours to go before the end of the season. I'm currently at rank 357, so I got a ways to go, and we'll be using my Boros Ascension deck. No changes since yesterday's video. If you haven't checked that out, did a best of one standard event. Really happy with it. And if you want kind of a full breakdown of the deck, you can check out the playlist for the deck and best of one standard events in the video description, as well as the full deck list at moxfield.com and the full win rate statistics at untapped.gg. If you do like this kind of content and you want to see more, consider subscribing or becoming a member for as little as 99 cents a month to get early access to all of my videos and to help support the channel and keep this going. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support just watching. If you're not familiar with the deck, this deck basically centers around Firebender Ascension, which gives us a 2/2 with Firebending 1. Whenever a creature that we control attacks with a triggered ability that is caused by attacking, we put a quest counter on Firebender Ascension, and then if we have 4 more counters, we can start copying that ability. So cards like Stadium Headliner, Hired Claw, Voice of Victory, Anim Pakal when it itself attacks, and the token that it creates all have triggered abilities that will trigger this Firebender Ascension to kind of help get extra triggers. And then the rest of the deck is essentially supporting that. We have Delney, which copies or which doubles the triggers, which is fantastic. We have Suki, Courageous Rescuer, which buffs the entire team and helps create more guys after the mobilized tokens go away. We have 4 copies of Burst Lightning for like the Badger Mole Cubs. We have 4 copies of Lightning Helix for like Ouroboros and Kona. We have 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghost for like the white enchantment decks and sort of everything else. And then we have 4 copies of Doorkeeper Thrull, which completely hoses Reanimator, Jeskai artifacts, Orzhov Lifegain. It just turns their decks off so they don't even work. This card is fantastic. It also stops about half of the creatures in Simic Aggro from working optimally, so that's kind of nice too. And it doesn't interact with any of our cards, which is great. And then for our land, we've got 2 copies of Abandoned Air Temple to sort of buff the team. With Firebending, it's a little bit easier. And then 2 copies of Restless Bivouac to give us some creature lands to help kind of fight against control and sweepers and things like that. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. Not sure how many games we're going to play today. Just try to get a good session in, see if we can drop rank a little bit. But yeah, I would definitely love to be able to make top 250 and just get a free invite to the next event. Whew. Yeah, not a fan of one-landers. We are going first. We've got 2 potential plays. Man, I'm tempted to keep this. Like, this is obviously like out of reach, but with a single other land, we can get some other stuff going. Man. This deck also, I don't know how well this deck mulligans. This might be a little crazy, but I'm going to keep. I think if we didn't have 2 1-drops that we could play for the first 2 turns, I wouldn't try it. Again, this is still a little bit crazy, so I don't necessarily recommend doing this. But I'm always like the kind of player who try to keep hands if I can. It's not always correct, for sure. Okay, that's a nice start. All right, we could use another land. So we already missed for 1 turn here. Hopefully we can pick it up next turn. And for the most part, this deck really can function on 2 land. There's only three 3/3 in the entire deck. Okay, it looks like a Raise the Past variant. Still missing, yeah, so this is probably a bad keep. Do have 21 lands, so we're at a little less than like a 50% chance to draw a land any given draw. Ooh, that's not good. Oh no. And another, okay, yeah. This was probably definitely a mistake. Oh well. You just go with it. Okay, finally land number 2, and it comes in tapped. Oh, this is brutal. So this is some kind of donate deck, I'm sure. I think it uses Iroh to, like the Tea-Master guy, to give one of these to us. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, so that's pretty much gonna do it. Okay, we're just gonna pick it up. I think we've got a decent shot. Climbed about like 800 ranks yesterday, just trying to kind of get moving on the deck here. So this is kind of a interesting situation, whether we play like the Abandoned Air Temple or the Foundry first. I think we play the Foundry just because we have 2 potential sort of pseudo 1-drops. But like if I just had Headliner and no other 1-drops, I might consider, you know, in that case, like playing like a tapped land first. Just depends on the hand. Obviously we drew the mountain, so it's an easy choice here. Okay, so we're up against probably, oh yeah, okay, Jeskai. Yep, there it is. So here, even though they do have possibly Split Up, I think mostly it's, I don't know if they still run Split Up, but they definitely have like Day of Judgment, and they have Ultima. I think we just kind of have to push, because like this is sort of like the game is over by turn 7 if they get there and can do Jeskai Rev. So we just have to just like push it all in. Nice. Okay, so we can go for Doorkeeper Thrull. Try to hold our burn as long as possible and just try to get as much damage in. Here they can get us with Split Up or just like Day, but it is what it is. Do they have the split up? They do. Okay. So they're at 13, and because of that, I think we're going to go for Doorkeeper Thrull after they clear out the field. It's not as hard hitting, but I think we got to get every single point in that we can. The nice thing is we can get Bivouac going here. And probably add the counter, I think, to the Doorkeeper Thrull. Although maybe we're supposed to put it on Bivouac. I guess like if they don't bother killing this, then this is, you know, an extra point of damage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on Thrull just so I can use my mana in another way next turn if I want to. Like they could just like Helix this, but like if they have the Helix, they've got the Helix. Okay. What do we want to do? We can just, I guess we can Frontline Rush here. We could also just add a counter with Abandoned Air Temple. I think we want to set up though for a somewhat of a swing at the end of like the turn. So if we go for Frontline Rush plus Helix, I kind of like that. Could also kill their Shiko, but that's like a lot of burn that's out of the way. I think we'd rather just go face with it. Alright, so we could also just like double Helix them now. I think we want to save Rush for their end of turn. But let's Helix them once now. Okay, now we'll go for Rush. Here we can use Abandoned Air Temple to push a little bit of damage, but it's probably not that much. Burst Lightning plus Helix also gets them to 1. We have to assume that they have either like double Helix or like Inevitable Defeat. So they're going to be effectively at like 9, somewhere between 9 to 12 life. Pushing a little bit of damage this way. They're on 6 though, and they're going to potentially get to Jeskai Rev. Could also Bivouac. That does take up a lot of mana though. Yeah, I think we... Man, I'm trying to decide how we want to do this. I guess we push. It's sort of now or never, so like we've got to push now, I think. Just trying to decide how much we want to pump here. Okay. I think we go for it. Man, like if they've got Jeskai Rev and untapped land, it's really bad. Otherwise, we could just try to go for the kill, but I think there's a good chance they have at least 3 extra life here. Yeah, there's the Helix, so they got something. Now we can kill Shiko here, which does have value. They could also have like potentially No More Lies. They could also have like 3 steps. But I think if we clear Shiko, it is actually pretty good for us. Unless they have like another Shiko, which is just rough. I think we go for it though. Not sure. Like they could just have like another Shiko, which is pretty brutal. Now we could go for like Bivouac. We could just try to like Air Temple again. They do have 7 mana, so they do have Jeskai Rev potentially. I guess like if we go for Bivouac and they have Jeskai Rev, it's so bad for us. Yeah, using this into open mana just sucks. But they're like, we'll have Helix up. I think we try for it. And I think we put the counter on the Bivouac. I don't think it really matters. They're going to kill whatever we put it on. Ah, they had the Jeskai Rev. Oh, that sucks. Yep, that's pretty brutal. We're at 21. I think if we're trying to win, we probably have to go face here. But like we still need creatures. These could just kill us. It could buy us some time, I suppose, if we kill one of the monks and try to like get up a board again. But that is a really big stretch. We might just be dead here. I think if we're trying to win, though, we go face. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I think we play it, though, just because we want to have access to a lot of mana. Double Jeskai Rev is rough. Yeah, this is probably over now. So yeah, this kind of deck, it's like you have to beat them before turn 7, which is hard to do. I mean, they've got like a lot of removal in the way. Wan Chi Tong first. Okay. This game is over. Whew. This is going to be a rough push. But I mean, like, this is the deck that I feel most comfortable with. I think Jeskai is one of the hardest matchups. Like, all of their cards are better. And, like, there's like a hard stop at like turn 7 or turn 8. When they have 7 mana. Because I think most versions run like between 2 and 3 copies of Jeskai Rev, so there's a decent chance they have it by turn 7. Alright, this hand looks good. Lead out here with Bivouac. But like the matches where we're really set up is like where Doorkeeper Thrull just like turns off their deck. That feels really good. Let's go for red mana. I don't know what this is. Maybe the Enchantments deck. Could be like mono white Lifegain, or something as simple as just like control. I don't know if we need to hold up Lightning. I guess on the off chance it's the Enchantments deck, I'll probably just go for like Headliner plus hold up Burst Lightning. Just because I don't know what we're up against. Yeah, okay, so it's the Enchantments deck. This is kind of a tough matchup. If we get a chance to kill this, we should do it now. So I think I'm just going to attack and see if they fall for it. Nope, they're too smart. All right. Yeah, because they probably think like if they can get Sheltered by Ghost going, they just win. Which is sort of fair. Oh, you know what? Okay, Okay, so I think Doorkeeper Thrull stops this triggered ability. We can also Burst Lightning the Scavenger, but we want to save Burst Lightning for their Aerialist. So I think, yeah, whenever an enchantment control enters, I think this stops that. Oh, artifacts and creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. So this won't actually stop this, I think. So maybe we Burst Lightning the Scavenger so it doesn't have bigger toughness. We can like Shelter by Ghost to Shelter by Ghost, so it's like not the end. All right, let's get rid of the Scavenger. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just do one of these. Gonna take a little bit of heat here. Yup. Oof, that hurts. We might need this as a blocker at some point. Yeah, I think because if we're going to want to attack with this, so I think we go for the Doorkeeper Thrull here. Take the 5. And then we'll use this to take their Sheltered by Ghosts at least. We could also get Anim Pakal going, but we don't necessarily have even a single turn. If they have like 2 more enchantments, they could just kill us out of nowhere. This is the best use of our mana, though. Oh, man. We take a little bit of a risk here. Like I suppose, what could they have? They could have, like, the plus flight and then, like, even one more ethereal armor, and we're probably just dead. I think this is too weak of a play, though. So I think we go for Anim Pakal here. Yeah, it's not great, but it's what we've got. If they have like, oof, yeah, this is a beating. One more enchantment, we're dead. All right. So if we take their Sheltered by Ghosts, we get back a blocker, but it won't even help us because they've got 2 flyers. I guess let's take the other Sheltered by Ghosts. We have to block with Anim Pakal. Put it here. Take this Sheltered by Ghosts. They can't protect against it, which is nice. But it's good to know that they have the instant. Now we can use Frontline Rush to pump the power, I think. So we hopefully don't die. Or I guess we could go for Firebender Ascension if we think we can live through. Like if they can give this thing flying, we might just die. So I think we have to Frontline Rush. Oh god, and we don't even gain the token from Anim Pakal, I forgot. But like we have to be able to block, so I think we still do it. Yeah, this is just really awkward all around. All to potentially buy us like a single turn. Yep, there it is. Okay, well we're not dead yet. Unless they have like another ethereal armor or some other nonsense. Still not dead. Like it's not looking good. Oh, okay, we got a blocker. I mean, there is a blocker. I don't think we're dead yet. We'll play this as a surprise. Oh wait, we are dead. Never mind. I thought that would get us a little. That's right. We're not going to be able to pump again. Well, we'll make them attack, but it's pretty obvious that they just have the win here. Yeah. Yeah, the Wonder Weave Aerialist is the hardest thing, because it just has like the built-in ward, and we don't have anything that doesn't target, so it's like we have to be able to like fight for the Sheltered by Ghosts. So I think like not having Sheltered by Ghosts in this shell would make it really hard, but yeah. I guess the other option is like maybe we were supposed to like hold back on the using the Burst Lightning early, but like then it would grow in toughness, which would be a real problem. So yeah. Okay, like the hand. Okay, that's a good draw. Now we can take Badger Mole on 2 if they play it. Okay. Paw Patch is really good. There's no way around that. I think we want extra white here, it looks like. I'm happy to trade for anything here, so I think we're just going to push. This way maybe we can ambush them with the Frontline Rush. Sure. Obviously if they have Ouroboros, it's super rough. Okay, they got the cub. So they could still have Ouroboros. Okay. I think we still trade for this thing. It's like we're gonna have to be able to target their stuff, so this thing will just cause problems. Okay, Doorkeeper Thrull is kind of good. Again, we just don't have much to do right now. But they looks like they don't have Ouroboros, which is great. Sure. We can try to take this Innkeeper's Talent next turn with like a Sheltered by Ghosts. But they're going to get like one turn of stuff. I think... Trying to think if we just ambush this Badger Mole Cub, but we probably do. I kind of want to get a Sheltered by Ghosts going, so maybe we don't. We get his Doorkeeper Thrull here, take 5, and then take something next turn. I think that's probably the play. Like they have a lot of mana, so they could like they could potentially Craterhoof us though, because they have like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe, yeah, maybe we do ambush this Badger Mole Cub. Man, we just we are just perpetually stuck on land. This really sucks. We got to start using Shelter by Ghosts, I think. Okay, so we're going to take a bunch here. I think we chump with one and keep another one. Drop to 6. Yeah, maybe I think maybe last turn we were, God, just still no land. We go to 8. Yeah, it's just not enough. Yeah, I think instead of maybe killing the Badger Mole, we were supposed to like make a guy use Shelter by Ghosts. Just a little bit too little, too late. Getting stuck on 2 land. 22 land in the deck, so should be possible to get to 3 land. Theoretically. All right. Go for Headliner into probably Voice. Esper Mill, looks like. They probably have counters up. Voice of Victory is better for a card in general. But like I kind of want that to be around more as well. So I think maybe we go for Firebender Ascension here. I guess like if this lands, it's great, but the chance of it landing is not quite as high. I don't know. They probably just counter whenever we play. I guess the upside if we get Voice of Victory to land is that they won't be able to interact with us in any other way. Sure. We could go for Voice here. I mean, they're going to start doing board wipes very soon, so maybe we hold off and just try to push on one creature. They just have like tons and tons of board wipes, so we want to try to go, I think, 1 for 1 on their removal. Doorkeeper Thrull is actually relevant because they also play Authority of the Consoles, so it's nice to have access to that. Here we could Helix them. I think I'm just going to wait on the mana though. Just if they let it through, then maybe we play something. No, I think I'm just going to hold Helix. Oh, you know what? I thought we had another land to play there. That was a mistake. Yeah, we'll just try to 1 for 1 on removal with them. Because they want to like set up. They're trying to set up like the one that's 6 mana that gets half our library, and then they use the artifact to get the rest of the way. Again, because they have so much removal, I think we hold off on Doorkeeper Thrull and just go for Helix at end of turn here. Now we can like pump the team a little bit. And put them on a little bit of a clock. They probably just board wipe again. And they've got the 6 mana one now, so they can get half. There it is. Half the library. So we have like 1 turn to get there. If they have it in hand, we're just done. That's the problem. Alright, so we play Suki, hold up Doorkeeper Thrull, and if they've got it, we're just done. They're just slow rolling it. Yeah, they got it. All right. Well, so what can you do? Oh, they don't have the mana. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Alright, well we gotta push. Interesting. So, if they have nothing... Interesting. So if they have nothing, they just die to pump. But if they have removal and not... God, what could they have? They could have counters. They could have like another, like Get Lost. The thing is, if they have Get Lost, they beat us anyways. So I think we just have to assume they have nothing. And like this isn't going to help us. Although this does also get us to 5, so it's kind of playing around it. All right, well, we're going for it. I guess if they have a counter here, it would have been better to... Yeah, if they have a counter, it would have been better to pump. Okay, well they had to Get Lost, so we're just dead anyways. That sucks. Because now they can just untap and get us. Oh well. Guess we'll make them do it, but... We got close. Oh, we could have pumped, whatever. But I think with that deck, you do want to try to force them to go like 1-for-1 with their removal and not give them like blowouts. Since they have like 10 board wipes. 10 plus. Although this has been a pretty miserable run. We're gonna be lucky if we can keep in the top 1200 at this point. Yeah, I guess like this deck hits really well on like the decks that it works against. It's great, but there are some tough matchups. This is a good one, though. Here we're just going to try to ambush him. Oh, he's too smart for me. fine. It's too smart for my nonsense. In general, this is a good matchup, though. I mean, like, Doorkeeper Thrull does a lot of work here. They'll need, like, Sheltered by Ghost to get rid of it. Which they've got. Oh, well. There it is. So if we draw mana here... No. Okay. That's rough. Yeah, we need 1 mana to... I guess we hold the Helix for the for whatever creature they're going to play. It's a little suspect we didn't pump our hard class. They must know something is up. Halaya is a good one. I think we'll wait for combat before using Helix, because they probably want to get something else going. Problem is they're going to draw at least a card here if they have like Pridemate to go with it. Deep Cavern Bat was not going to do it, though. So they can take one of our Helixes, but not both. They do get 2 Scries, though, which is still quite good. Man, we need another land so badly. Alright, well, we're still doing the same game. But yeah, like, literally their only answer in their entire deck is Shelter by Ghost, I think, for... So it's like a 4-of. Can use this to get back our Helix, unless they play something else. But we're going to hold the Helix or the Headliner up for whatever they play next. Yeah, gotta kill the Pridemate. I think we just get it with Helix. Guess we'll wait for the attack, but... If we draw land, we can still get them with Headliner to get Doorkeeper Thrull back in play, which would be nice. Or we can do it to like get Helix. Ooh, that was exactly what we needed. That works too. So now we get rid of their Ruin Lurker Bat. We can do it at instant speed. We don't have to do it now. We can do it as a surprise and then like ambush them, which feels pretty good. So we'll make it seem like we got nothing. Although it's going to be, again, a little bit suspect when we don't pump. Channeler, sure. Now we can ambush them, get back our Helix. They do get some counters here. But we stop some of the nonsense. Unfortunately, we can't kill the Channeler. It's a little bit too big. Although we can kill it with Stadium Headliner. Here's how we want to do it. Play this out. We're going to swing in, make the extra creature, kill the Channeler, and then Lightning Helix, whatever they try to put the counters onto. And then I think we hold back the Doorkeeper Thrull to block the other flyer. That is the play. Whew. Okay, there's a cleric. Oh, another Shelter by Ghosts. That's brutal. Burst Lightning for the win, though. Can't block. Guess we can do that to ambush them again. So that'll be fun. Again, it's going to be a little bit suspect that when we don't pump. Actually, can we just... Hang on. Can we just kill them? 4, 5... Yeah, they're just dead. That works too. Whew! Had to do some work there to fight back on that one. Hand looks okay. Could use a 1-drop, but other than that, it's okay. Alright, so they're going to go for probably Badger Mulk Hub on 2. There it is. It's a little rough. Oh god, double Badger Mulk. We really need a Helix pretty badly. We can voice to like block, or Firebender Ascension to block. If they have, like, we can use Doorkeeper Thrull to, what do we want to do? I think I want an extra red. We can Doorkeeper Thrull to stop if they have like the Rabbit, or if they have Drowner. I think it's good to get Doorkeeper Thrull out there. If they have Ouroboros, we're probably just dead. But it's not much we can. Yeah, this stops Paw Patch, which is kind of nice. Does not stop Tyvar. Alright, we do get smacked for 4. So now we need to draw a Shelter by Ghost to deal with the Tyvar. So that is a... Whew! Oh, man. Could not have come sooner. Good lord. Alright. Let's get a white. Take the Tyvar. They do get a counter to throw around, so we're going to take a little bit of damage here. We got to keep the Doorkeeper Thrull back to block some of these 1/1s, I think. It's more of a life gain to block. They probably push with all three of these. Not much we can do about it. Yep. Okay. Is it better to play 2 creatures and pay another 2 life? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, probably. I don't think we want them getting another counter, so I think we just want to play out 2 creatures here. Alright, so let's go for another red. Again, we have to just sit back and block so we don't die. Okay, and that's gonna just do it. Well, we had a chance until they drew Ouroboros. Now I think we're just dead, right? Yeah. Even if we block 4 creatures, we go to 5, we're dead. Tough beats. They had a pretty good start. This is just like, that's just a tough matchup though. Even with all the removal, it's still rough. Especially with double Badgermole Cub. We are fighting, fighting to stay relevant here. Fighting for the top 1200 at this point. I think we wait to see if they've got the Badgermole Cub. So I don't think we just kill the elves here. Like it kind of depends which deck we're up against. Like this could be Landfall, this could be Mono Green Craterhoof. I don't know what deck this is. Commune, I don't think... Well, Craterhoof might run that. Yeah, this is Craterhoof, okay. I guess we kill the Bramble. Because they can get this back and do annoying things. So now they can go for Ouroboros and do like a 1-turn pump, but they just get the elves, so it's not that bad. If they've got it here, yeah, there it is. It's not that bad. If they have Scrap Shooter, or whatever it's called, that is kind of annoying. So that's a possibility. But at least we have a second Sheltered by Ghosts. Or just another Ouroboros. That works too. Now I think we want to have access to Frontline Rush. If they decide to block, we'll go for that first. I'd rather use that than the Sheltered by Ghosts. Nope, they're not that foolish. Okay, sure. 2 down. Don't know how many to go. Okay, yep. They might have finally run out of gas, potentially. Let's see. So here we're gonna have 3 creatures. We can make it 4. Could give +4/+4 to make it a 7/7. 7/7 beats that. So if they try to triple block, we can get them. Sure. Guess we don't need to do this first. Hold that. Although it is an extra point of life, which might matter. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do it. The life points might matter. They're going to try to set up the adventure, I think. I don't think they have any instance creatures that they can just play, but because I don't know their whole deck. They've got something in their hand. Weaver is good. Weaver's super annoying because it stops Doorkeeper Thrull. Shelter by Ghosts is even better though. Here I think we put it on the Thrall so we can keep beating, because we don't want to trade our voice unless it's the turn we win. Whew! Alright, and they're gonna call it quits. Yeah, I think with just the current environment, like just having access to a ton of removal, like we have 12 pieces of removal between like the helixes, the Shelter by Ghosts, and the Burst Lightning, and then we also have like 4 extra pseudo removal with the Stadium Headliners, so like up to 16 pieces of removal, but it feels like it's all super relevant. All right, yeah, I guess we have these are considered 1-drops. Since we were on the play, I think I'm going to get Abandoned Air Temple going. Okay, so this could be Simic, maybe? Oh, Reanimator, sure. I think we just Burst Lightning face here. Although we don't have anything to do, so maybe we don't. Yeah, this is really not the hand for Reanimator. Town Greeter, okay. This is, I guess, kind of the downside to having a lot of removal in the deck. All right, let's start helixing, I think. This might be a short game. Kiora? Okay. Probably do want to kill that with Burst Lightning. Okay, still waiting. I suppose on the, the one possible bonus here is they don't maybe know that we're a creature deck since we haven't drawn any. But yeah, Bringer is pretty good even on 8 mana. There is our first creature. Only on turn 6. Okay. Sure. I do think it's funny that they're not even bothering to attack with these town greeters. Maybe we save this for... No, it's a 6/6. Never mind. It's not going to help us. We have a creature. Now we probably do Shelter by Ghosts this. Although if they kill it, it's super rough. But we're just so far behind, we kind of have to, I think. Although, if they have 8 mana, they can still just play this and they just get us. So, it's not looking good. I suppose if they have removal, we could like play another one to play around. Nah. We're not really playing around anything, to be honest. Yeah, Bringer probably just does it here. It's a little bit of an underwhelming game, unfortunately. We do still need to draw the Doorkeeper Thrulls. But yeah, it's possible like maybe need to like cut a little bit of removal, make room for some more creatures, but like the removal is just super important. Like when you need it, you need it. And there are so many like must kill things in this format right now. Let's get an extra red, I think. I think we just pump here Like, we could go for Frontline Rush, but I think just pumping with Hired Claw is probably fine. Like, if it's like blue-white control, just trying to get them to deal with 1-for-1. Alright, so I guess they have Helix up against Jeskai or possibly 4-color control. But yeah, still stuck on 2. So I think they're looking at Firebender Ascension. Maybe they have like Get Lost here. Trying to decide if they want to get rid of it. Helix works also. I think Headliner is better than Frontline Rush. This just like is a little better for the pump. Also, it like affects Firebender Ascension. They could have Inevitable Defeat here. I mean, there's a lot of things they could have. I think we just go for it. Like, they either counter this, kill that. We can't really wait around. We've got to get moving before turn 7. And like Sheltered by Ghost is pretty bad in this matchup. Now I think we probably Frontline Rush end of turn and like possibly Burst Lightning. I guess here we just Burst Lightning their flanker. Day, sure. It's kind of good going 1-for-1 on the day. Trying to decide if we double Helix while they're tapped out. Or maybe it was better to Sheltered by Ghost just for like the extra like point. It's really close though. They're so high on life, it's probably better to hold them. Sure. Because if they get Shiko going, like, we're going to want something. And now they're just waiting on Jeskai Rev. Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Okay, well, we can Helix that. Put a stop. I don't normally see Sphinx of Forgotten Lore in these lists. If they have something like Wan Shi Tong, we want to keep the removal up. So maybe we want to hold it. It's like they're not even close to death, so we want to try to push a little bit more before we start using burn. Although at least they don't have Jeskai Rev, or haven't played it. Is this Jeskai Rev? Okay, I guess they're thinking about it. day, sure. We could just actually add Sheltered by Ghosts here. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Just because we've got a long way to go. Although they've got mana up, like, it's so bad. You don't really want to play this until, like, the last possible turn. Alright, let's attack first, and then I guess we Firebender Ascension here. They could have just like another day or Ultima or whatever, but sure. Overlord. Overlord is a problem. Overlord is a big problem. Although, did they just... I think they just... Did they make it impending? No, they definitely paid for it. Okay. Trying to decide if we want to burn it or try to... Like, Shelter by Ghost is so bad. I think we have to use that on the token. So I think we have to wait and try to kill this on our turn. Yeah, if we go Voice first, then there's no interruption. So we can go Voice and then just like Helix, Helix. They won't be able to counter anything or respond. Alright, so now we can Sheltered by Ghosts. Actually, let's map quest first. Frontline Rush is fine, sure. And a token at least is a safe target for Sheltered by Ghosts. And this is kind of cool. We actually get a Firebender Ascension to go off. It might just have another like Day of Judgment or something here. Overlord of the Boiler. Okay, well it doesn't do 5, so that's nice. Frontline Rush is pretty good. It's really good, actually. So this is kind of cool. We have 7 mana, so depending on where they block, we might be able to just kill them. If they block here, 4 plus another 5 is 9. Yeah, they're dead. They can't respond because we've got voice. So that is game. 6, 9. We'll even go all the way and do an extra 2. Nice. Ooh, was not sure we were going to win that one. Okay, have I learned my lesson? I don't think so. We've got 3 1-drops. I think we keep this hand. Okay, definitely rewarded, but I still think this is a hand that you would keep with 3 1-drops. Okay. Blue-white. Possibly Jeskai, but might just be blue-white control. I think we go for voice here. It's really good if it sticks. And it seems better to do 2 1-drops, but I think it's not, because if they have like a sweeper, we want to try to like have them use their cards on fewer of our cards. So at any rate, I'm gonna attack first, but then we'll go for voice. Now they're going for board wipe for sure, so I think we just want to try to push as much as we can with these 2 creatures until we might even only get 1 turn if they have day. But we will push as much as we possibly can. Not playing Stadium Headliner into this though. Hopefully they don't have board wipe. If they don't, there's a good chance we could win. Star Cage will do it. Luckily we can Stadium Headliner into Sheltered by Ghosts, which I think we do. Do we double Headliner is the question. I don't know that we double Headliner. That's a little dangerous, because then like if they kill our Headliner, then they just get everything back. It's also possible that we like double Headliner, then like do the Shelter by Ghost play next turn. But they are tapped out here, so it does make it a little difficult on their mana. Although if they have like, they would need a board wipe, or they would need I'm gonna go for it. I think it's a decent play. They're gonna need Get Lost. Or like another Star Cage. I think we hold the other Headliner though, because they could just get us here pretty easily. So there's a small chance that this works, but if it does, I think it's pretty sweet. Oh, yes. This is awesome. I think they're probably dead now, because now we can push for 1, 2, 5, 7. Yeah, they're dead. Oh, I suppose, never mind. They can Get Lost the enchantment. I spoke too soon. Such is life. Do we? I don't know that we Helix just yet. Like, we don't want them to know that they're as low as they are. I don't think they play a lot of creatures, so it's like a decent chance to Helix here, but... Do we Helix? I don't think, not yet. Okay, we can try the play again. Sort of no downside. I guess they're going to gain some life off the authority, which is kind of annoying. And then if they can just get rid of it again, they just gained a bunch of life for free. So there is that. But they are also getting kind of close to like popping it. So maybe it's better to just take authority. This is a pretty precarious play. Yeah, I think we just go for authority here. It's a little bit of a weaker play, but I think it's a little safer, potentially. Less of a blowout. I might just counter this. Consult, okay. So they're looking for like the board wipe, probably. Man, if we get like one good attack. The problem is with authority, it's like not nearly as good. I think we just take the authority. I think we do Helix them. They're still not quite. If they play like a big creature, we might have to hold. Just patience. Yep, there's day. Yeah, so I think it's a lot better this way. So we got some damage in without them gaining a bunch of life. All right, if we draw into Helix, we're going to want to try for it now. We're not. The problem is we're not playing around. If they have Get Law or No More Lies, this is pretty bad. So maybe we wait. I think we can do one now because we can play around one No More Lies. They'll have to use like a real counter on it. Okay. Patience. Same idea. Okay, 3 steps, sure. Could have another 3 steps here, and we don't have enough to play around No More Lies for full value, so I think we just wait. Helix is interesting. We do have 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we could try to Burst Lightning them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think we go for it now because we have enough to play around. 1 No More Lies. Make him use a 3 steps. Okay. Yeah, we did it there because we had the extra mana, I think, even though it was on our turn. So it's like not as good, but like I think it was worth it to try to go for it. Okay, we can do Helix at the end of their next turn. Yeah, we're still short 1 mana to try to really go for it. Ooh, Consult for 11 though. I mean, if we think that they don't have No More Lies, we could just go for it. But like have we even seen one? I feel like they've got No More Lies. They might be looking for another 3 steps. This is tough. I feel like they've got No More Lies, so I think we have to let this resolve, unfortunately. It's like if we thought that they didn't have No More Lies, we could just try to go for it right there. But I feel like they do have No More Lies. Like they've been through a decent part of their deck. Now we can Helix. They did find another 3 steps. Yeah, so there was like a window we could have gone for it. Guess 3 down, they have 1 more hard counter. Could do it now, but we might as well wait till their end of turn. It's funny, it sort of feels like we're just like a burn deck here. It's like we don't have creatures. This is such a weird game. Okay. Do you have a second one? Alright. Okay, so they're tapped out. I think now we probably go for the Pinnacle Starcage. Because Doorkeeper Thrull stops authority. And we don't want them to untap and get this value. Although, they have to have removal. Like, this is so bad. It's so bad, but, like, I don't know what else to do. Like, they can just Dark Cage again on their turn. It's not a big deal. suppose if they do it this way, then like they gain some life back, which is pretty good for them. Or no, never mind. Man, they have like less than 20 cards left in their deck. It's hilarious. They've drawn their entire deck. They've used all 4 copies of 3 Steps, I think, right? No, I think maybe they have 1 left. Yeah, they've got 1 more hard counter. Okay, I guess we could do it now. I'm not sure how much more burn we have. We can draw a Helix. If this... they had the final 3 steps. There it is. All 4 copies. Okay, Elspeth is pretty good. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be a quick game. Alright. Oh, we gave it our best, but they countered everything. Alright, let's do one more game. See if we can try to stay under 1200. I don't know. I mean, I think this deck is good. It's kind of dependent on the matchup, of course, but there might be a little bit too much removal versus creatures. It's hard to know. Could be like Orzhov Lifegain, perhaps. So like Doorkeeper Thrull could be really good. I think we just want Voice of Victory for now. We'll have like a turn to like set up. Oh sure, it's Pixie. So I think for Pixie, because they're gonna want a Pixie and get this back. So I think we want to hold Doorkeeper Thrull here. So I think that's their play, is just like Pixie. It's a little sus what we're doing, but I think it's the play. Now if they kill our Thrall and then try to do the nonsense. I guess we can use Frontline Rush to keep it alive if they have like another nowhere to run. So I think we hold one more turn here. Like I do want a Voice of Victory, but I feel like protecting this is worth doing. They could also just have like shoot the Sheriff, so maybe we are supposed to voice here. I'm not sure. Protecting it seems really good though. Okay. 4 damage, yeah, that's too good. Well, so much for that. Okay, so now I think we just Helix them. Is that better than Frontline Rush? Actually, if we draw land, it's better to hold Frontline Rush. So I think let's just Helix them. Okay, Suki is pretty good also. They're going to get the Thrull on their upkeep, unfortunately. 4 damage any target. We can't stop that. So I guess we just Suki here. Okay. I guess if they have board wipe, it's rough. Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Oh, you know what? I could have sacked it in response. That was bad. If they have Iroh, I guess we're just done. Yeah, I think they probably have this set up here. Yep, that'll do it. Iroh is the new donate. Although it's on the beginning of combat, so we can just kill Iroh. That's pretty funny. They might just be dead. Ah! That'll work. Alright. Might keep trying for a little bit here, but I don't know that we're going to make top 250 this month. Thanks guys for watching. Let's do a quick, let's just see what the stats are like. Okay, ladder stats are 52% win rate, 68% on the play, 41% on the draw, so it's pretty bad on the draw. 77 wins and 71 losses. There has been 32 versions of the deck, so lots of different changes going on. But overall, it looks like some of the harder matchups here are like mono green. This is like a combination of like Landfall and Craterhoof. Simic is just a little bit hard because they kind of are faster than we are. And then Azorius. Before the changes where I added Doorkeeper Thrull, Jeskai Artifacts was almost unwinnable because they were so busted. What's nice is Doorkeeper Thrull completely destroys that deck. It literally makes it so they can't even win if they don't have the counter like on time. But if we don't draw it, we still lose. And then blue-white control is always just kind of always a tough matchup. Demir's also apparently not great. We do have some good matchups here, like against the Enchantments deck, mono red. Orzhov Lifegain is pretty funny when we have Doorkeeper Thrull. And like the Gruul Delirium deck is looking pretty good. Sultai Reanimator is great because Doorkeeper Thrull, like we're faster than they are, and we have Doorkeeper Thrull in theory. And then like Jeskai control is not a great matchup. This must be like some sort of 4-color. I don't know what this is exactly. And then mono blue is good. And then we have like mono black is also a tough matchup because they have so much removal. Esper Mill is rough. This could be Esper Mill. This could also be like Esper Pixie. And then Selesnya Rabbits, they're about as fast as we are. So I don't know. This might be earlier versions. Boros, we are a little bit better suited than them, I think. And then this is like the Golgari combo deck. So that's, I think it's better now that we have Doorkeeper Thrull, but... And then you've got, like, Is It? Lessons is like 50-50, some sort of Mardu thing. Jeskai, or not Jeskai, but 4-color control is also a really tough match. And Bant, I don't know what this is. This, I think, is... Well, at any rate. So overall, I like the deck. We did just go 7 and 8, so we are also like trying to fight for the top 1200 or the top 250. But overall, I do like this deck. It's when we look at how it's done in like best of 1 events, it's 13 and 5, so it has quite a good win rate there. It's probably like just lower competition, but it is good for getting gems and getting gold. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. Thanks guys for watching. And again, if you like this content, you want to see more, and you want to support the channel, consider subscribing or becoming a member for 99 cents a month to get early access to my new content. And have a good one.